Hey everyone, I'm Caroline, otherwise known as Yunny, and I want to share something that I discovered today around mindset and money and that approach to business. So, right now I'm trying to solve the problem of viability, and that means how do you make money doing what you love? How do you make money doing something that aligns with your genius and build a business that honors the creative process? So this is very different from the hustle mentality. I learned that a business doesn't have to be constantly in hustle, and it doesn't have to constantly affect the other parts of your life. Like, you can integrate business in a way that's more harmonious to a life that you want to live. So I came to the question, like, how do you build a business that makes six figures, that honors the creative process? And I realized I didn't have an answer. I don't know. Like, if I knew, then I would already be doing it, right? So you start to think, like, what kind of problem is this? I realized that this is a knowledge problem. Like, I do not know what the answer is. Thus, that's an opportunity for me to seek it. Okay, so it's a knowledge problem. What do I have that I can start with? Oh, I have business books that I haven't read yet that I got to prepare for this journey. Okay, we can start with that. What if we also reach out to people that we know who might have a more experience in this area, whatever a lens that would help relate to your journey? It doesn't have to be one-to-one. So I reached out to a couple people, cold DM'd people asking, hey, I love your work. I'm an artist and designer, and I'm looking to grow my business, and I need more knowledge around the viability problem. I thought that you would have thoughts on how to build a business that honors the creative process. So when you come with a specific ask, people receive you, and most people, great people, want to help. So I did that. I also have the help of my coach that I invested in to help me move through blockages internally or externally. So sharing this conclusion that I've come to in terms of this question. So that's set in motion. And I think much of the problem when it comes to building is understanding, what question are you answering? If you are clear on the question and you can meet it with this acceptance that, okay, this is the situation, and you look at it at a distance instead of attaching your emotions on it, then it's easier to solve. Another thing is my associations and stories around business and money. I grew up with business being a survival tactic, something that is a way of something that relates to fear and risk-taking, and it is unnecessary for people. But I'd like a better story around that, because that reinforces my excitement and enthusiasm to solve these problems. It changes my motivation. So I sat and I was like, okay, what's a better story? Well, I would like to associate business with adventure, with empowerment, with creativity, and a vehicle for generosity. I did the same with my concepts of money, where I grew up thinking that money is very hard to get, that if you don't have it, then it will mess up the other parts of your life. Without money, you can't have loving relationships, and it is absolutely necessary to have a lot of it in order to move forward. And maybe some of that is true, but it brought such, like somatically, such pain and scarcity and this binary thinking of like, oh, if you either have it or you don't. And I realized that binary thinking is a symptom of a scarcity mindset, which doesn't really help if you're trying to be an abundant thinker and wanting to live an abundant life. So, okay, how do I rewrite this story? I have my awareness of the problem. I know I have my question. My question for this problem is like, how do I rewrite my stories, my associations about, let's say, money? And now, with that awareness, now I can step forward into the problem and be like, okay, how do I do? I focus on rewriting. So what I rewrote is, money comes easy to me. Money is welcomed. Money is loved and cherished, and I'm thankful for every dollar. And I take care of it, and it takes care of me, and it helps me take care of my loved ones. So that means you are recognizing that your subconscious has a story, and you are ready to change that story. So with any sort of habit formation, this is habit of thought. You kind of have to find something in place of it. Like, let's say you want to eat less sugar. Well, you still have that craving. How do you handle that? Well, maybe you can keep fruit in the fridge and learn to grab that and remove sweets from your pantry or unhealthy snacks from your pantry. So then now when the trigger comes up, you can grab it. Well, now when the thought comes up or feeling of negativity around these concepts, I can grab this new story. So maybe I'll write it and keep it on a postcard to keep in my journal to review every time, or just know that I have that tool now. So, I want to be more, I want to speak more about the creative process and the things that I learn along the way, and move through the levels of awareness that you encounter when you're trying to build something, particularly a more creative, loving life, which is something I stand behind and I'm striving towards. So this is an off-the-cuff video. I'm in my kitchen. It's very rainy in San Francisco. So yeah, thank you for being here with me, and let me know your feedback. What do you think? Is this something interesting to you? Is it something, are there specific questions that you have? If you can put in the comments, then I can help maybe share some thoughts. Maybe it's a problem that I already solved. But yeah, thank you for being here. See ya.